Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Community Summit Mastermind Challenge, where I ask 10 general tech trivia questions and 10 AWS specific questions with the chance to be crowned the ComSum Mastermind Champion. So I'm delighted to welcome one of my teammates, Gabe. Gabe, hello. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Happy to. Hello out there, internet land from Singapore. My name is Gabe Hollombe. I am a senior developer advocate covering the APAC region here at AWS.
Cool. So how are you feeling, Gabe? How are you feeling about going through the Mastermind Challenge?
I'm good. I do a weekly pub quiz with a bunch of my friends and have for almost all of the 7 years that I've been here in Singapore. So I was really keen to come on and participate with you.
Oh, so you're feeling confident then?
Well, I want to beat my boss's score. I got to beat Matt's score. That's why I'm here.
Well, of course, yeah. I was going to ask you about that. So good. We'll see. We'll see how you get on. So, are there any areas of strengths or maybe any areas of weaknesses that you've got going into this quiz that you're maybe worried about?
I'd like to think that strengths are serverless, developer tooling, some of the AI/ML stuff. Weaknesses, probably networking and container stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, we shall see if any of those come up. So,
That's
so
fine.
cool. So, if you're watching this, then remember there's still time to sign up for the ComSum event, which is this Thursday, 10 o'clock British Standard Time. I'm going to share the link at the bottom where you can sign up. Okay. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, normal Mastermind Challenge rules. I'm going to go through the questions. You can pass. We'll go back to them once. We'll do the non-AWS questions first, and then we'll do the AWS questions, okay? So let me get my pen and paper and the questions ready, and let's begin. So, Gabe, question number 1. Who created the first recognized computer program in the 17th century, creating a program to calculate Bernoulli numbers?
Ada Lovelace.
Yes. Question 2. Jack Tramiel is associated with helping to build the computer revolution in the 1980s. But what company did he run?
I have no idea, but I have to take a guess. In the 80s, Xerox?
No, it was Commodore.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So question 3. Linux has a famous mascot, a penguin. But what's the penguin called?
His name is Tux.
Yay! I think you're the first person to get that question right, so I'm very pleased.
Golly.
So question 4. When you are training a machine learning model, what is the name for pushing your data through the neural network once?
Training? I mean, what?
So,
Can you
so,
phrase the question differently?
yeah. So when you are training a machine learning model, what is the name for pushing your data through the neural network once?
Like a mini batch size?
Okay, it's an epoch.
Oh yeah, well, all the
Not to
data
be
going through. Yeah, I
not
can see what you're saying with Epoch.
Yeah, not to be confused with Ewoks, obviously from Star Wars.
Not to be
Okay.
confused with Ewoks.
Okay, question 5. In May 1995, Sun Microsystems officially launched this product, which had previously been called Oak. What was it?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's Java.
Java was called Oak.
It was, indeed.
Huh. See, I love this. We learn things.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and actually, I learned things in the questions too. So, question 6. What does FAT on the file system stand for?
File address translation?
Oh, so close. File allocation table.
Thank you.
Okay, so question 7. What open source software is Heartbleed associated with? So what open source
SSL?
software? Ooh, close. I'll give you another bite of the cherry just so you can catch up and all beat my Matt. So what open source software is Heartbleed associated with?
OpenSSH?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to give you that.
OpenSSL?
Yeah,
You
I'll
wanted
give you.
OpenSSL.
I did.
Sorry.
I did want that one. I'm going to give you that one. Question 8. What was the name of one of the earliest web browsers that is claimed to have led the explosion of interest on the internet and that was developed by Mark Anderson?
Mosaic?
Yes. Yes. Fantastic. I'm glad you got that one because we had that one before and they fell for the booby trap, which was going for Netscape. So question 9. In the
Oh, come
early
on.
90s.
I said web experience for myself.
Yeah. Question 9. In the early 90s, Phil Zimmerman released this important tool that helped guard the privacy of messages or documents. What was the tool called?
PGP.
Yes.
Pretty good privacy.
Yes, and those of us that used it, it was revolutionary at the time.
I was a user.
Yeah, and question 10. What was the book by Douglas Copeland that followed a group of computer whizzes in the 90s? It's the name of the book by Douglas Copeland that followed a bunch of computer programmers working at Microsoft, I think it was.
I probably know the title, but I can't think of it. I have to pass.
Okay, pass. Right, so that's the end
I'll
of
come back to it.
Well, that's the end of the round. You pass on none of them, so we're going to come back to this one straight away. So, can you?
Yeah. Then I have to give up. I don't know. I can't think of a good guess on that one.
Okay. All right. So the title of the book, which is a great book, and I definitely recommend people read it, is Microserfs.
Yeah, I've never read it.
So, Gabe, at the end of the first round, you have scored 5 points, which I think equals what Matt got yesterday. So far, you're doing good. You're doing good. Right.
It's AWS questions I need to beat him on, so yeah. Bring it on.
Okay, well, without further ado, let's crack on, shall we? So, question 1. Serverless application model has a mascot, but what is the animal of that mascot?
He's a squirrel.
Yes. I would have accepted chipmunk as well, but no problem. Okay, you got it. So, question 2. What was the first region outside of the US?
Singapore.
No, it was EU West 1, Dublin.
Okay.
So question 3, in AWS Lambda, at what memory limit does the underlying infrastructure provide additional CPUs?
That's a good trivia question.
It is a good trivia question. Have you ever had it in your pub trivia questions before?
I think it's 1.5 gigs.
It's close, but no cigar. It's 1.8 meg, so 1,792 specifically. Okay, so question 4. What is the official command line tool for Amazon EKS?
Cops?
No, it's EKS Tuttle. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it.
EKS Tuttle, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, so, I did actually have a bonus point if you could pronounce it, and I think you did a better job than I did, so I might give you a half for that one.
I'll take it.
Okay, might make all the difference. Question 5. What service introduced at reInvent in 2019 allows you to get single-digit low-level latency for your compute applications? Sorry, I completely butchered that question. Let me start again. What service introduced at reInvent in 2019 would allow you to get low single-digit latency for your compute applications?
I don't think it's elastic inference, but that's the answer I'm going to go with.
Okay, and sadly, it would be wrong. It's wavelength. So how many layers can you have?
Wait, I take umbrage with that one, but I'm not allowed to disagree with the quizmaster here.
We can talk about it afterwards.
If we have time, we can discuss it at the end.
Yeah, we can talk about it afterwards, right? So I'm just using you're right, the quizmaster cannot be wrong.
That's right.
So question 6, how many layers can you have on a Lambda function? What's the maximum number of layers you can have in an AWS Lambda function?
I don't know, but I have a number in my head that's probably wrong, but I got to go with my gut and say 7.
Okay, it's 5. So question...
You know what's low.
Yeah, question 7. What is the open source technology that powers the trillions of Lambda invocations per month?
Firecracker?
Yes. Question 8. What AWS service has its name in the Latin origin meaning dawn?
Aurora.
Yes.
It's the name of my daughter.
Yes, you know what? As soon as I saw that, I thought, you've got to get this one.
Amazon Aurora.
Yeah. Question 9. AWS RoboMaker helps customers get up and running quickly with which open source robotic software?
RAWS.
Yes. And question 10. if you want to preview your applications in a browser when you're developing them in AWS Cloud 9, what are the 3 ports that you can use? Yeah.
I was only aware of one, and I don't even know that the number.
Okay.
It's a high number. It's a high port number. I want to say it's like 3726 something, but
think
I don't
Apache
know there were 3.
Think Apache Tomcat default port. You might be on the long. I write the long lines.
I'm not gonna get it.
Okay, so it's 8080, 8081, and 8082.
Far out. Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't pass any questions, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. I gave you there, which means because you got that half, you scored 9.5, narrowly beating Matt.
That's a very generous thing. Thank you for the half point. I'll take it. I needed it.
And again, for those watching, remember to click on the link below and sign up for the ComSum community event this Thursday at 10 o'clock British Standard Time. So thank you very much.
Great.
And we'll see how Matt and Gabe did compared to the 4 willing contestants, which you'll see on Thursday. Thank you very much.
I can't wait. Thanks for having me.